I got your tape. I got you on tape for your school.
Alright. So, what other things were going on?
Well, we went into a store in Bouquet. Being in there was like being in an American store. There's a cereal aisle, a candy aisle, and a beverage aisle. We also drove through Port-au-Prince, past tent cities, and through the rubble.
Are there dead bodies?
Look how small it broke down to, almost down to nothing. Pieces, little pieces.
Monitor. Oh, but I tell you, there was... One of the kids left to play.
Whoa! You saw the presidential palace?
Saw it? We went right up to the gate.
What was the presidential palace?
And the children there wanted us to take pictures of them, handcuffed to the gate.
They had the key, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay. But then I saw something that saddened me a lot.
What?
Well, a 7-month-old baby that was severely injured from the earthquake. Because we were hours away from medication, all we could do was watch the baby hopelessly. In that moment, that's when I realized that I wanted to become a missionary doctor so that I could return to Haiti and I could heal people who were injured like that child.
So I bet that must have been a pretty exhausting day.
Yeah, some of the other missionaries even fell asleep on the bus.
So did you get to see your family in Haiti?
Of course I did. There was my uncle, my aunt, my grandmother, me, my other aunt, my uncle, and my 2 cousins, Valentine and Simon Peter. There's also my aunt, Nunu. She's pregnant, and we're trying to get her a visa so she could have her baby in America.
How's that coming along?
It's very difficult. You see, it's not safe for them to stay there, especially my cousins. They're barely surviving as is, and now that they're going to have another person in the family, I just don't know how they're going to manage.
So you stayed over at their house?
Yeah, I spent 2 days with them.
How did it go?
It was very interesting. They sleep in a little hut on top of a hill. On the bottom of the hill is their house.
Wait, the house is still intact?
Yeah, but it's not really safe to stay in there for too long. Inside the house is a living room, kitchen, laundry room, and a bathroom. Although the kitchen's in the house, they do the cooking in the hut.
What did you eat?
Well, one of my favorite meals was spaghetti and ketchup. And for breakfast, I had beef and sauce.
Beef for breakfast? What else did you do?
I got to hear my cousins sing. Oh, they're so cute.
What is your name?
And I helped my cousin with his English homework.
Shannon.
I
am.
You are.
Uh-huh.
He is.
Uh-huh.
She is.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
We are yappy.
We also watched a movie.
Last later, for once you didn't pick purple.
Yeah, but I thought for sure you won't take purple. It's whatever.
A party for murder?
Hey, they want to watch it. We also watched my cousin's graduation. It was nice to see it, until I realized something. Over half the children in that video have been killed in the earthquake.
So, tell me, how was your last day in Haiti?
Oh, I remember my last day in Haiti. My family had to bring me back to the airport around 11, so we left their house around 10. Before we left, we took a group picture and I said goodbye to the neighbors. My aunt, Nunun, and my younger cousin, Valentine, sat in the front of the pickup truck with the driver. The rest of us sat in the back.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say they live on a hill?
The steepest hill ever! We drove the truck down the hill, and boy was I freaking out. My family sat calmly as I nearly cried. Afterwards, my cousin said to me, "You need to drive around in Haiti more often."
So the roads in Haiti aren't like the roads in America?
No way. Apparently, no one has ever heard of traffic control. Cars are constantly cutting off other cars, and there aren't any stop signs. So anyways, we finally arrived at the airport, and it was time to say goodbye to my family.
It must have been heartbreaking to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was. So we received our tickets and waited for like 20 minutes at our gate. I walked through the tunnel and waved goodbye to Haiti. Then I got on the plane.
How was the plane ride?
Better this time. I slept through most of the plane ride. We arrived in New York around 7 p.m. and it was already dark when we were there. We drove all the way to Swansea, Massachusetts, because that's where my church is. We got there around midnight. We were all too tired to formally say goodbye, so we just waved and said, "See you later."
So how did you deal with the drastic temperature difference between here and Haiti?
Oh, that. Let's just say I may have forgotten about the temperature difference. I mean, it was so hot in Haiti, and I didn't feel like packing a sweater in my bag. It wasn't until I arrived in America that I realized I made a mistake. It was way too cold. Oh, but I just couldn't sleep when I got home.
I bet. You must have had a lot on your mind.